day, Taurus. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus. If you have Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. What would you like Taurus to know or to be aware of for or during this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, a little bit about how my readings work. That top row, that first row there, is your professional life, your public life, your career, your public image, how you generate money, how you generate finances. And the second row is your home life, your personal life, your private life, family, friends, home, love interest many times will show up there in that second row. And the final row is final thoughts, final messages. What would Spirit like you to really know or to be aware of or to look at this time? Many times during my entire reading, we'll talk about energy, the energy that you are creating or the energy that is surrounding you. Alexa, turn music off. And we start off with the foundation, the basis of this reading as the Four of Wands. Often, many times during my reading, Taurus, I will call this my get out of jail free card. And why I call that it's we're really breaking free of old thought patterns, really leaving the safety, the comfort of the castle, and really moving out into the great unknown. Some readers, when they'll see this card, they'll also call this the marriage card, the partnership card, the coupleship card. It's all a celebration card. And it is driven by fresh starts, new beginnings. There's a fresh start, a new beginning here, or new beginnings, new opportunities here for you, Taurus. Let's see how that plays into the rest of your reading. And we start off with the Justice card. Justice. This could also be considered the Karma card. The energy we create is the energy that the universe mirrors back to us. The Two of Swords, something that we do not see, something that we are not aware of, another choice, another option. The Ace of Swords, wisdom, knowledge, information. And I love that that is followed by the Strength card. And anytime we see two major arcana cards come up, and that is just saying there's a lot of changes, a lot of action that is occurring in your public life, in your work life, in your career at this time. But I love that we follow up with the Strength. And you know, the Strength card could almost be, look at you go, look at you show off. I think that there is a surprise change coming into your work environment, coming into your business environment. I also feel that this change involves a female energy. Here we have the change involves a female energy. I don't know if someone is leaving or if someone is retiring. And for some of you, it will be a female energy coming in, or a female energy replacing someone that is leaving. But whether it's a combination of two or one or the other, so whether it is that someone is retiring and someone new is coming in, or is it someone new is coming in, whatever this new energy is that is coming in, it is a perfect fit. For some of you, it may be, are you starting a new job, or if you're getting a new job opportunity, you are a perfect fit. If it's someone is coming in, this new person coming in is a perfect fit. And I think that that is what you do not see coming. I think that this is a happy change, a happy, yes, a very profitable, very beneficial change of this new energy coming in. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Planning, thinking. The World card, a gift, being divinely protected, putting in the work, putting in the labor. And then we have the Five of Cups, looking back at the past, being stuck in the way that things were. I think that, Taurus, in your private life, you have been putting in the time and you've been putting in the work to heal a relationship, or to make a relationship, to make a situation better. You have been putting in the time, you have been putting in the work, but it's reached a turning point. And for each of you, this turning point is different, but it is a turning point nevertheless. For some of you, the turning point will bring healing. And for others of you, the turning point will be the decision or the deciding to end a relationship. For some of you, relationships have reached they have set, the course has been run. There's nothing more that you can do. The relationship has run its course. For others of you, the relationship is changing directions and taking on a different course. But it is a turning point. And regardless of regardless of what the turning point is for this relationship, do know that you will find the support that you need on continuing your journey. And for some it may be that you will have the support of family and friends. Also, if you need to find a third party, to have the support of a third party, that third party, that support that you are looking for, regardless of what decision has been reached, despite what the turning point is, you will find you have the support that you need when you need it. But there is a big change, a big shift. And again, I believe that is why we see that Four of Wands here for you, Taurus. There's a change in your work environment. There's a change in your home environment. That anytime we have any changes, any major changes, any major shifts, it's important that we find that support system and build that support system, regardless of where our journey is going to take us, regardless of how we move forward. And then we have, I always like to call this my banquet card, but this is the Nine of Cups. And if we can see that there is a banquet, there is a table set. And this banquet is really about the spiritual, really about the emotional. Anytime we see cups in the tarot, it speaks to the unseen, the emotional, the spiritual. And that is followed by the Seven of Cups. And there's many different possibilities for this Seven of Cups. Many times when I see the Seven of Cups, I'll speak to the shadow self and what it is that we really want, what it is that we really desire. What is it that is our life's mission, our soul's purpose? And then we have the Chariot card, which is a victory card, the mastering of our environment. And I love that that is followed by the Empress card, which is also, I like to call that the manifestation card. We are in the manifestation state where we can take our energy and use it to create what it is that we would like to create. And sometimes here, Taurus, we can look at greed as a temptation. And we need to be on the lookout for greed. You know, greed is easier to avoid than to get out of. And so it's easier to avoid getting in the state of greed than getting out of the state of greed. It is natural for each of us to want and to strive for more. Even when, yes, thank you, Spirit. So again, to want, to strive for more is part of our life's purpose, is in part how Spirit moves us in the direction of following our life's path. But greed, that natural want can turn into greed. And it turns into greed when we chase after and want the physical, the tangible, more so that are to the point where we're willing to put ourselves in peril, or that we're willing to put others that we care about in peril. It's almost like when we find the mindset or get into the mindset that we are going to win at all cost. I think that you are in manifestation mode where you can create what it is that you want. But Spirit is asking you to be on the lookout for greed and being tempted by greed, and to really be mindful and be guarded and question, to what extent do we want? To what extent are we willing to create? The question maybe that we could be asking is this a replacement? Or are we trying to fill the emptiness, a void that was created in us when we were younger? And many times past trauma will mutate into a state of greed. And ask, are we creating? Are we creating to the benefit of ourselves? Are we creating to the benefit of others? Or are we filling a void? And if we are filling a void, it's important that we ask ourselves and that we question, where is this void coming from, and how is this void being created, or how was this void created? And that is the message that I have for the sign of Taurus. Thank you, Taurus. You have a blessed week.